our mini satsang. Okay, 1 second. I'll just, yeah, okay. So as you know, we are on chapter 9. We've done 27 shlokas up till now. Today, mini satsang, not very long, maybe 2 shlokas, 28 and 29. So let's chant 28. Shubha Shubha Phalairevam Mokshase Karma Bandhanai Sanyasa Yoga Yuktatma Vimukto Mamupaishyasi. Bhagwan tells Bhagwan tells Arjun, with your mind thus established in the yoga of renunciation, offering all actions to me, you will be freed from the bondage of action in the form of good and evil results. Thus, freed from them, you will attain me. As you know, this Adhyay 9 is right in the middle of the Bhagavad Gita, and we always have been referring to this middle part as that solitaire diamond in the middle of a beautiful, precious necklace, because it is filled with secrets for the sadhak. And Bhagwan is gradually unfolding secret by secret as we are going from one shlok to the other. Sometimes the secrets are a little cryptic. They need to be analyzed. They need to be understood through some sort of a translation into simple language. And that's exactly what we have been doing in these mini satsangs. Last Thursday, Bhagwan categorically told us that from all the forms of worship, the one that is dearest to him, which is probably the highest form of worship, is the one where we put in single-pointed devotion in just a katvena form of worship. And Bhagwan says it is not the most difficult form of worship, it is the simplest form of worship. And thirdly, he also told us what are the opportunities when we can do this worship. All this was last Thursday. Today's shloka Bhagwan, which is 28, Bhagwan is giving us the outcome of that worship. Not that he has not already told us, but to emphasize the importance of this kind of bhakti, Bhagwan is making it amply clear what will be the outcome. So in this shloka also he says, Sanyas Yoga Yuktatma. What is this sincere devotee supposed to do? He says, with your mind thus established in the yoga of renunciation. So let's look at this phrase, Sanyas Yog Yukt Atma. Sannyas, as you all know, means dropping off, renouncing, getting rid of, separating. And yoga is the opposite, joining, adding on, union. Yukta Atma, mind established. Now, this seems like some sort of opposite, renounce and join. So what is it exactly, what is Bhagwan exactly trying to tell us with this phrase? He says, renounce the non-self in order to unite with the self. So we have to renounce what is not the self so that we can unite with the self. So what does it mean to renounce? How does one drop it? Where does one renounce it? Where does one give, and what does one have to renounce? Basically, it means offering everything to the divine. What does it mean to offer to the divine? It means samarpan bhav in everything. So what is it that you have to surrender? What is the samarpan you have to do? Your karta bhav, your bhokta bhav, all your feelings and your emotions, which completely sway you away from the path. Your Priya, we have to renounce the Priya so that the Shreya remains. You have to renounce the Avguns so you can unite with the Sadguns. So completely renounce your attachment to everything and anything connected with the body, mind, and intellect. So Bhagavan uses one more word there, Shubha, Shubha, Phala. Shubha, Shubha, Phala. Shubh, auspicious, good. Ashubh, inauspicious. Phala, result of the action. Bhagavan says, when you do any action, you will get a result which may be Shubh. You may get a result which may be Ashubh, not so good. Whatever it is, accept it and leave it. Do not hold on to the attachment to the result of the action before doing the action, while doing the action, after doing the action, and when you receive this phala from the actions you have done in previous lifetimes. Simply witness them, simply gladly accept them. That is the meaning of renouncing, not getting carried away by the result of your actions. So what will happen when we have no karta bhav, when we have no bhokta bhav? The mind actually starts getting purified gradually. It is because karta bhav and bhokta bhav belong to who? Belong to that limited sense of self, the ego. Now, when you are renouncing that, you are automatically, in a way, renouncing your ego. So the mind is getting gradually purified. And as the mind gets purified, as the attachment to results of actions are no longer strong, that pull which comes from sansar, that pull of sansar also starts weakening. And when this happens, you no longer feel that urge to live with action in the sansar. You start going within. When you don't have to go without, you start going within and you start connecting with the self. So that is exactly what Bhagavan is talking about. Sannyas, Yog, Yukt, Atma. The mind renounces the outside and takes yog with the self within. So then what happens once that process happens, when that stage comes? Bhagavan says, Moksha se karma bandhane. One will be freed from the bondage of action. We have already studied Karma Yoga in detail. We know how the actions bind us to repeated births and repeated deaths. Once you have surrendered your action, now you have no longer any notion that I have done this action. If I have not done this action, then the fall of that action also does not have to come to me. So this burden of karma, this burden of punya and pap vanishes. And when that vanishes, gradually we become liberated from the fruit of the action. When we are liberated from fruit of the action and no more fruit is coming to us, then there is no need to take another birth. So then what happens? Vimukto mamu paishyasi, Bhagavan says. Thus you are freed from them. You are freed from your shubh and ashubh phal, and you will attain me. Guarantee Bhagavan is giving. You will attain me. No mincing of words, no doubt, no confusion, no second guessing. Bhagavan clearly says, just surrender every action to me. Surrender your karta bhav, surrender your bhokta bhav. Ego will automatically get surrendered. And when there is no ego, that limited sense of self, then the true self reveals itself. That is called Jivan Mukti. So purification is required. Veil of ignorance drops. direct experience of Aham Brahmasmi happens. At the end of during the life, you have Jivan Mukti. After the life is over, after the body drops, you merge with the divine. Who is going to get all this benefit? The ones who are worshipping Ekatvena, seeing Atma or seeing Brahma, one and the same thing, in everyone and in everything. But what about other devotees? Does not Brahma pervade everything? In that case, why is only these devotees getting this superb guarantee that at the end of life you will attain me? What about the other devotees? Bhagwan clarifies that also in the next shloka. Let's read it. Number 29. Samoham sarvabhuteshu na me dveshyosti na priyaha ye bhajanti tumam bhaktya Mai te teshu chapyaham. Bhagwan is clarifying. I am equally present in all beings. There is none hateful or dear to me. They, however, who devoutly worship me, abide in me, and I too stand revealed to them. Very beautiful. Bhagwan says, Samoham sarva bhuteshu, I am equally present in all beings. You know that Atma Brahma, same thing. The nature of Atma and Brahma is Sat, Chit, Anand. Existence, pure consciousness, pure bliss. That means Bhagwan is of the nature of existence itself. Brahma pervades everything and everyone. There is no my Atma and your Atma. Atma is all pervading. It is only one. Okay. What does this Atma do? It enlivens all living beings. If this Atma or Brahma, this pure consciousness was not there, we would not exist in awareness. What about inanimate objects? That too is another manifestation itself in the entire universe. Brahma is the manifestation of the entire universe. Sarvam Halvidam Brahma. There is nothing but Brahma. So therefore, Bhagwan says, na me dveshyosti na priyaha. Nothing is hateful to me and nothing is dear to me. If Brahma is the manifestation of everything, then how can there be partiality for some and not for others? How can there be partiality at all? Is it possible that Brahma or Atma hates some and loves the other? Is it possible that, we have so many fingers? Can you say, I hate this finger and I love this finger? No, you cannot hate or love any finger. It just is. It just is. There is neither hatred nor is there any love. Just like the sun, it shines on everyone, whether you are a saint or a sinner. So in the same way, Brahma says, Atma says, I have no partiality, neither do I hate anyone, nor do I love anyone. Everyone is equal to me. So then a sadhak could ask this question, if everyone is equal, then why Bhagwan is promising Jivan Mukti only to some special devotees? What is it that makes these people only special and others are not going to get this same, very VIP treatment? Bhagwan says, Ye bhajanti tumam bhaktya mai te teshu chapyaham. See the line? They who devoutly worship me. So that is a condition. You see, it takes two hands to clap, right? You cannot just clap with one hand. So Bhagwan says, I am ready. I will give everyone Jivan Mukti. I am available. My kripa is there. But what about your side? You have to devoutly worship me. You have to abide in me. And when you abide in me, I stand revealed to you. So beautiful. See, in every sample of milk, you can say, ghee is present inside in lot of quantity or less quantity, but it is present. You may be able to see that ghee or you may not be able to see that ghee. You may be able to extract the ghee from that milk or you may not be able to extract the ghee from that milk. Maybe you will experience it, maybe you will not experience it. What will it be dependent on? On your purusharth. So you have to take that milk, then you have to boil it. After it is boiled, then you have to remove the cream. Once you have removed the cream, you have to churn it. You'll get butter. Once you get the butter, you extract it. Then you put it on a hot tawa, heat, and then you again boil it once more, and the butter turns into ghee, right? All this purusharth you have to do to take out the ghee which is hidden in the milk, right? Same way, a sadhak has to do some purusharth. The divine is present in everyone. The divine is everyone, but we can't see that. We cannot experience it. Some may experience it, some may never experience it. But to experience it, some purusharth is required, right? You have to do some shravan. You have to do some manan. You have to do some nididhyasan. Before that, you have to do some purification. All these processes are the churning, the boiling, the tapasya, the heat that needs to be subjected to the sadhak to bring out that divine aspect of our personality. Then the divine reveals itself. You don't have to do it, it reveals itself. Baki ka kaam you do, Bhagwan will reveal himself. So those of us who have studied Atma Bodh, I want to quote one shlok from there. It's verse 42. Thus, when the lower and the higher aspects of the self are churned together, the fire of knowledge which is generated shall burn down all the fuel of ignorance. Such a beautiful example. I will just explain it. Some of you have already studied this with me. So, in the ancient times, there was a process of lighting a fire without the use of a matchstick. It was called Agni Manthan. Okay. So in the Havan, when they had to invoke Agni Dev, they would not do it with the matchstick. They would have two pieces of wood. The word for wood over there is arani. So there would be one a rectangular kind of piece of wood. There would be one indentation in it. The second piece of wood would be like a drill, formed like a drill. Now that drill would be inserted in that indentation and then churning would happen. And with the friction of the two pieces of wood, a spark would appear. And then that spark, with the help of a small piece of cotton, they would take that spark of fire and they would put it into the Havan Kund. And when they'll put it in the Havan Kund, the whole beautiful fire of the Havan would appear without the use of matchsticks. Now, how does this apply to us? Okay, the lower part, the lower urni, the rectangular piece, that is kept still, that is not moving. Only the drill, the upper part is churned. So the lower arani is our mind. This mind has to be kept still, stationary, not moving, not like the chanchal monkey here and there, sankalp vikalp, sankalp vikalp. So the lower arani is our mind. Now this upper arani, which is the churning drill, that is our constant awareness of the oneness, which keeps us established in Brahma. And this process we call Nidhi Dhyasan, keeping the buddhi focused continuously with that churning movement in Brahma. What will happen with this is a spark will come out. That spark, that samaj, that moment of understanding, the moment of seeing, which we call aparoksh anubhuti, that is the spark. Then that spark is taken out and put into the Bhavan Kund, from where the big fire emerges, the fire or the light of knowledge. You get established in knowledge. So how will I all this? It's okay, we can understand all this, but what is this? What are the steps to take me there? How can I put this into my practice? And that is, of course, the most important thing. Bhagwan doesn't leave us with theory. He always gives us the practical way of implementing the theory. And in the second line of the shloka, this practical secret is given to us. Ye bhajanti tumam bhaktya, they who devoutly worship me. So you have to devoutly worship. Mai te teshu chapyaham, they are in me, they abide in me, and I will be revealed to them. As I said, the secrets are cryptic, and you have to unravel them. You have to read between the lines. You have to analyze them and make the steps. And then that, with those steps, if one follows, if one implements, we can reach our highest spiritual goal. When I wanted to break it down into steps, I came up with 11 steps. If you want, you can write it down and start implementing them one by one, baby step by baby step. But don't be too much baby, huh? Move ahead every time. First, have the notion of oneness as you are worshipping. Whatever form of worship you are doing, puja, this thing, whatever, the notion should be of ekatvena. There is only Brahma and nothing else. First, that notion should be pakka. Since we are in karma bhumi, we have to do action. So whatever action you do, you renounce the karta bhav and the bhokta bhav. 2. Dedicate every action to the divine. Dedicate means what? Once you have renounced, you renounce the phal also. You do every action seeing Brahma in that action. Dedicate the action to the divine. Number 3. Number 4. Slowly, slowly, slowly allow the antakaran to get purified. How? Pure ahar, pure inputs will create pure outputs. You cannot expect putting garbage in and expecting the perfume of roses to come out, right? So whatever you put in, that will get expressed outside. So that is number 4. Purify the antakaran, and hundreds of sadhanas we have given for that. As this antakaran gets purified, some space gets created in the antakaran. So you will experience space. Otherwise, there is so much of garbad, so much of confusion, so much of harbad, so much of this and that to do and this and that, everything. No, renounce all that. Give it up. Let it drop. Let it go. Space will get created. And when space gets created, your buddhi is no longer distracted from the pulls and attachments of sansar. So your buddhi also starts getting more and more pure, more and more relaxed to do the job for which it was given to you. The job for which your buddhi was given to you was only and purely only to distinguish between Sat and Asat. Asat meaning Mithya. Not for seeing who is right and who is wrong, who is behaving badly and who is behaving properly, who is a nice person, who is a bad person. This is wrong use of buddhi. So now the buddhi gets used without all these external sansaric pulls. It can focus on the job for which it has been given to you. Now, in our antakaran, the way we are able to see the objects or the vishayas of sansar is only because there is an akar of that vishay in our antakaran. We have taken our mind out, we have pulled the shape, the roop of that vishay, we have put it in our antakaran, and because of that akar inside our buddhi, inside our antakaran, we are able to recognize vishayas and we are able to know about vishayas. Now, because the mind is not going so much outside, because there is not so much distraction outside, the akars of vishayas seem to become quite pale. They are not that, vivid. They are not that pulling to you. They are not that important anymore to you. So that stage will come. And then they will kind of take the back burner. They will take the back seat. They're no longer interested in all those, so-called batata vadas or chocolate cakes that we get attracted to. Then nididhyasan can happen. There is space in the buddhi for nididhyasan to happen. Nididhyasan means what? Focusing on the Vedantic teachings. Whatever you have learned, now focus on that. The focus on the Vedantic teachings will create an akar of those teachings in your mind. And slowly the buddhi will be able to single-pointedly concentrate on the concept of the Mahavakyas. How this process will go on is still a mystery in the mind, but this awareness of your true nature starts pervading the entire antakaran. It goes deeper and deeper into your consciousness till it reaches the deepest self, the Atma, the self, the core of your being. And when it reaches that core of your being, Bhagwan says, the self reveals itself to you. Magic. So, it is not that Bhagwan is revealing himself only to certain people because he loves them. No, he will reveal himself to anyone who goes through this churning process. The sun is shining on every surface, but it only gets reflected on a clean surface, on a shiny surface, on a smooth surface. It's not like sun loves that surface only, a mirror, a clean water, a shiny gem. The sun will definitely reflect off these surfaces because it's clean, because it's smooth, because it's shining, it's radiant by itself. It will not reveal on dull surfaces. It will not reveal on rough surfaces. Not because the sun doesn't like them, but the attribute of that surface doesn't allow the sun to reflect off it. So in the same way, divinity will reflect itself on a clean sattvic antakaran, a clear mind of that sincere devotee who is predominantly sattvic without any rajasic or tamasic bursts of activity in the mind. Again, I refer to Atmabodh because this is all coming together so beautifully. Refer to verse 17. Bhagwan says, Bhagwan Adi Shankaracharya says, the Atma does not shine in everything, although it is all-pervading. It manifests only in the inner equipment, the intellect, the buddhi, just as the reflection in a clean mirror. You see, all the texts say one and the same thing. You can either get it here or you can get it in some other text, but the knowledge is only one. What is needed? Stillness of the mind, purity of the buddhi, space created in the antakaran, awareness of Atma. Four things are required. That's all. Then just goes step by step till you come to that last step. Work on it. It cannot happen by itself. Some purusharth is required from our side also. Om. 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 Asato ma sadgamaya tamaso ma jyotirgamaya mrityurma amritam gamaya. Om Shanti, Shanti, Shanti. Hari Om. Shri Guru Pyo Namaha. Hari Om. God bless everyone. Thank you for joining. Happy birthday, Jainam, once again.